Success is built in silence. It's crafted in the moments when no one is watching, no one is clapping, and no one is cheering you on. In fact, the most powerful moves you'll ever make in life are the ones you make when nobody even knows you're moving. Too often, we feel the need to announce our every step. We post our goals on social media. We tell our friends what we're planning. We get excited and want people to know what we're about to do. But here's the truth. Most people don't care. Some will doubt you. Others will pretend to support you, but secretly hope you don't make it. And a few might even try to discourage you, not because they don't believe in your dream, but because they don't believe in their own. This is why moving in silence is so powerful. It allows you to focus. It keeps your energy contained, your drive protected. When you keep your goals to yourself, you eliminate distractions, doubts, and unnecessary outside opinions. You're not doing it for approval. You're not waiting for likes, comments, or validation. You're simply putting in the work. Think about the most successful people, whether it's athletes, entrepreneurs, artists, or visionaries. You don't hear about their grind while they're in the middle of it. You don't see the sleepless nights, the sacrifices, the hours of practice. All you see is the final product, the championship win, the billion-dollar business, the masterpiece, the moment of glory. And when it finally happens, the world reacts with shock. Where did this come from, they ask. How did they do it? But what they don't realize is that the real work was done long before the spotlight ever hit. The reason silence is your greatest advantage is because it removes expectations. When you tell people what you're going to do, suddenly they're watching, waiting, judging, and if you stumble, if you take longer than expected, they start questioning you. I thought you were working on that project. What happened to that goal? But when you move in silence, there's no pressure to prove anything. You're not in competition with anyone. You're in competition with who you were yesterday. And let's be honest, not everyone deserves access to your process. Some people only support you when it's convenient for them. Some people will try to discourage you just to keep you on their level. So why give them that power? Why let their doubts plant seeds in your mind? Protect your dreams like you protect your peace. Guard your ambitions like you guard your energy. Moving in silence also builds an unstoppable level of discipline. You're not working for applause, so you develop self-motivation. You're not doing it for recognition, so you learn to be consistent. Every small win becomes personal, not performative, and that's what makes success so powerful when it's built in the shadows, but shines so bright that no one can ignore it. So the next time you feel the urge to announce your every move, take a step back. Ask yourself, do I need validation or do I need results? Because results will always speak louder than words. Now go out there, put in the work, stay focused, and let your success do all the talking. Imagine this. You set a big goal for yourself, something ambitious, something life-changing. You're excited. You can already see it happening in your mind. And the first thing you want to do is tell someone. Maybe you post it online, maybe you share it with friends and family, expecting encouragement, expecting support, but instead, what do you get? Doubt, skepticism, a forced smile, and a casual, oh, that's cool, but deep down you can tell they don't really believe in you. And in that moment, a seed of doubt is planted in your mind. This is why seeking validation too early can be dangerous. It's easy to think that sharing your dreams will motivate you, that telling people will hold you accountable, but more often than not, it does the opposite. Instead of fueling your fire, it exposes your vision to people who might not see what you see. And when they don't believe in it, suddenly you start questioning yourself. Maybe I'm dreaming too big. Maybe they're right. Maybe I should play it safe. You have to understand, most people are only comfortable with what they already know. They base their opinions on what they've seen, what they've done, what they believe is possible for themselves. So when you come along with an idea that stretches beyond their imagination, beyond their own limits, they don't know how to process it. It's not that they're trying to hold you back, it's that they can't see the vision the way you do. And that's okay, because they don't have to see it, they don't have to understand it. The only person who needs to believe in your dream is you. The problem with looking for validation is that it makes you dependent on outside approval. It shifts your focus from doing the work to getting recognition for simply having an idea. And that's a trap. A lot of people talk about what they're going to do. They get hyped up from the attention, but then nothing happens. Why? Because their motivation was built on external praise, not internal discipline. Think about this. How many times have you seen someone announce a big plan, but months later, there's no follow-through? They said they were going to start that business, get in shape, write that book, but all you ever saw were the words, never the results. That's the danger of speaking too soon. It creates an illusion of progress when no real action has been taken. On the flip side, when you keep your goals to yourself, you move differently. There's no pressure, no need to prove anything to anyone. You're not distracted by opinions, not weighed down by expectations. You're free to build, to make mistakes, to learn, to grow, all without the noise of outside judgment. And when the results finally come, they come as a shock. The truth is, most people won't believe in your success until they see it, and that's fine, because your job isn't to convince them, it's to prove it to yourself. So next time you feel the urge to announce your plans, pause. Ask yourself, am I looking for validation, or am I ready to put in the work? Because at the end of the day, results will always speak louder than words. Keep building, keep grinding, and let your success be the loudest statement you ever make. Everybody talks. Everybody has ideas, plans, and dreams. But at the end of the day, none of that matters, because the world doesn't respect what you say you're going to do. It only respects what you actually do. Actions will always speak louder than words. It's easy to talk about success. It's easy to say, I'm going to start my own business. I'm going to get in shape. I'm going to change my life. But talking about it doesn't make it real. You don't get results from words. You get results from effort, from sacrifice, from discipline. That's what separates people who dream from people who achieve. Think about the most successful people you know, whether in business, sports, entertainment, or any field. They don't spend their time trying to convince the world of their greatness. They're too busy putting in the work. Michael Jordan didn't talk his way into being the greatest basketball player. He showed it on the court. Elon Musk didn't tell the world he was going to revolutionize technology. He did it. Beyonce doesn't talk about how hard she works. She proves it every time she steps on stage. That's the mindset you need to have. Less talking, more doing. Less announcing, more executing. Because when you're focused on your work, when you're grinding in silence, the result, you don't have to explain yourself. You don't have to justify your dreams. When success comes, it will speak for itself. The problem is, too many people get caught up in looking successful rather than becoming successful. They want the image of success before they've earned it. They post about their plans. They try to impress people with big talk, but behind the scenes, there's no real progress. And the truth is, the world can see through that. People respect results, not promises. This is why the most powerful thing you can do is let your work do the talking. Imagine training for months, putting in the hours, sacrificing in silence, and then one day You step out and dominate. You win. You accomplish what no one thought you could. And suddenly, the same people who ignored you, the same ones who doubted you, are now paying attention. Why? Because you showed them. There's something powerful about proving people wrong, not with words, not with arguments, but with undeniable results. When you let your actions speak, no one can question your success. They might try to downplay it. They might pretend they knew you'd make it all along, but deep down they'll know you did what they couldn't. You turned your vision into reality while they were still just talking about it. So don't waste time trying to convince people of your potential. Don't seek approval before you've even started. Just do the work. Move in silence. Stay disciplined. And one day, when the results are impossible to ignore, the world will take notice. Let your success be your voice. Let your accomplishments be your statement. Because at the end of the day, actions will always speak louder than words. Success is one of the loudest things in the world. It has a way of grabbing attention, turning heads, and making people stop in their tracks. But the thing about success is that it rarely announces itself beforehand. It doesn't come with a warning. It doesn't tap people on the shoulder and say, hey, pay attention. It just happens. And when it does, it shocks everyone who wasn't paying attention. When you've been grinding in silence, when you've been putting in the hours, when you've been sacrificing while everyone else was comfortable, the moment your results show, it's like an earthquake. The same people who overlooked you, the ones who laughed at your ambitions, the ones who doubted you, suddenly start paying attention because nothing demands respect like undeniable success. And that's what makes this journey so powerful. You don't need to tell people what you're going to do. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. You just need to keep building, keep improving, and when the time is right, your results will do the talking. And when they do, the world will react. At first, they'll be confused. They'll ask, where did this come from? They won't understand how you made it happen because they weren't there when you were putting in the work. They didn't see the late nights, the early mornings, the sacrifices. All they see is the finished product, and to them it looks like an overnight success. But you'll know the truth. You'll know that while they were doubting, you were working. While they were watching others, you were investing in yourself. While they were distracted, you were staying disciplined. And now the results are here, and they can't be ignored. That's why silence is so powerful. It protects you while you grow. It allows you to move without interference. It keeps you focused on what truly matters, the work. And when the results finally show, when your success speaks for itself, the same people who weren't listening before will have no choice but to hear you now. Keep building, keep grinding. And when the time is right, let your success be the shock that no one saw coming. It's funny how people change when success enters the picture. In the beginning, when you're just getting started, nobody seems to care. You talk about your dreams, your goals, your vision, and most people either ignore you or brush it off. Some might even laugh, telling you it's impossible, that you're wasting your time. But the moment you start winning, the moment your success becomes undeniable, suddenly those same people start showing up. At first, they doubted you. They didn't believe in your potential. They might have even tried to discourage you. But now they see the results and they want to be part of the story. They want to be associated with you. They want to act like they were there from the beginning, like they always knew you would make it. It's almost predictable. And here's the truth. You don't owe them anything. Success exposes people. It shows you who truly believed in you and who only cares now that you have something to offer. Some will come back with genuine support, and that's fine, but many will return out of convenience, out of curiosity, or even out of envy. They ignored you when you were working in silence, but now that your success is making noise, they want to be around. That's why you have to be careful. Just because people come back doesn't mean they deserve a seat at your table. Just because they acknowledge you now doesn't mean they supported you when it mattered. You have to remember who was there when you had nothing, who checked in when there was no success, no recognition, no rewards, who believed in you before the results came. Those are the people who matter. Everyone loves a winner. Everyone wants to be close to success. But real ones, they believed in you when no one else did. And they didn't need proof, they just knew you had something special. And when success finally arrived, they didn't show up out of nowhere, they were already there. So when they come running back, don't be surprised. Just remember who was there from the start. Keep moving forward, stay focused, and never let temporary attention distract you from your long-term vision. Success is not a finish line, it's a journey. And one of the biggest mistakes people make after achieving a goal is slowing down, getting comfortable, and letting the applause distract them. But the truth is, the moment you stop growing, you start falling. The same silence that built your success is the same silence that will keep you elevating. When you finally get the recognition, when people start paying attention, it's tempting to enjoy the spotlight. To prove your doubters wrong, to let everyone know that you made it. But real success isn't about proving anything. It's about constantly improving. The loudest flex is not just achieving your goal, but surpassing it, setting a new standard, and staying ahead while everyone else is just catching up. The problem with getting caught up in validation is that it shifts your focus. Instead of staying hungry, you get comfortable. Instead of working in silence, you start announcing your next moves. But the moment you reveal too much, the moment you let the outside noise influence you, you lose your advantage. People start watching, waiting, and even trying to slow you down. That's why the smartest winners keep moving in silence, even after they've won. Look at the greatest achievers. They don't stop at one success. They don't let one victory define them. They reach the top and immediately look for the next level. They stay disciplined, they stay focused, and they don't waste time proving themselves to people who never mattered. That's the mindset you need to have. Stay humble, stay focused, and never let success make you complacent. Because the moment you stop working, the moment you start celebrating too long, someone else is coming up behind you, hungrier, more disciplined, more willing to do what it takes. So don't just shock them once, keep them wondering. Keep moving, keep evolving, and let your success continue to speak louder than anything you could ever say.